Okay, I think we're live. Evening, folks. I don't know how many people were watching Jonathan's live stream. I've just noticed I think my colour temperature's slightly off on the camera. I look a little bit yellow, but never mind. As you can tell, this live stream's completely unplanned. I've labelled this live stream the title. I've said this live stream was a mistake. And those of you watching Jonathan's channel will know why. Basically, I had an idea. I wanted to see how much difference there was between basically advertising that you're live streaming, seeing how many contacts you get, versus just going on there, calling CQ and not advertising it at all. And so I didn't tell anyone I was going to go live. I used exactly the same setup, and I thought, well, I'll just go on there, call CQ, see how many people call in versus how many people call in if I go live. And evening, Jimbo. And yeah, so the first person I hear on there is Jonathan. I thought, well, I'll give him a call, which was a mistake because he was actually live streaming. So nothing like broadcasting your presence there. Okay, enough rabbiting. Let's flick the radio on, get a headset, and find a frequency. Band's starting to get busy, actually. What do you reckon? Find ourselves a little gap there, about 1:30. Just tune up. Yeah, that's a good low SWR. Click the amp on. It always happens, doesn't it? As soon as you go to key up. Okay, we won't step on him. Just a quick retune. Here's the frequency in use, M0GQC. Here's the frequency in use, anyone using the frequency, M0GQC. Nothing heard. CQ, 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 CQ. Mike 0, Golf Quebec Charlie. M0GQC calling CQ. Standing by for any calls. CQ40, CQ 40 meters from Mike 0, Golf Quebec Charlie. M0GQC calling CQ. Standing by for any calls. CQ40, CQ 40 meters from Mike 0, Golf Quebec Charlie. M0GQC calling CQ. Standing by for any calls.
Germany 1D, Papa.
Germany 1, was that Juliet Sierra, Papa?
Indeed, it was young James. Young James here, Jimbo. In the chat.
Yeah, evening, Jimbo. You're about 5'9" with me. 5'9". I wasn't looking at the meter, but sounding good, have I?
Yeah, you're 5'9" here. I'm only running 25 whiskies. That's all I ever normally run, as Chris will tell you. Imped halfway, 8% 10 metres, 9918, back to you.
Well, good stuff. It's working all right for you, and I've got a little confession to make to you. Actually, I've never quite put your call sign together with the username. Obviously, I know you from Chris 2E0UKH, and often see you in the live chat. But I've never put the call sign together with the username when I've spoken to you on air. Rather embarrassingly. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's pretty standard. A lot of people sort of never make the connection between call sign and my chat handle. The only geezer that does is G1JSS, Juliet Sierra. That's obviously because we're very close and very old world light have told us. Back to you.
Yeah, no worries. Well, yeah, I didn't make the connection until I spoke to Chris in the car the other day going down to the island. So there you go. Very embarrassing. And yeah, there is, of course, as you say, there's John as well, JSF. So you're quite close on the old call sign there. He's another regular as well. And I just noticed we got the other John as well. 2E1HEL is in the live chat too. So we've got a couple of people starting to join us. I think I called this live stream "This Was a Mistake," but I think that might have put a couple of people off watching. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just think it's a bit quiet tonight. So I think there's a contest on somewhere doing something, but that's about all I can recall. But a lot of static, a lot of lightning kicking around, I think, stuck in the channel and up near Hull. So that's probably crashes back to you.
Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. It's not too bad, but yeah, I can definitely hear the static crashes. All right, well, thank you for the call there, Jimbo. I won't hold it with you if you don't mind. I'll put out a call, see if there's a couple more people. It's only going to be a short one tonight. I've got till probably got till about 10:30 or so, and then I'll call it a night. So only going to be a short one, but thank you very much for calling in and being, well, I was about to say being first in the log tonight, but technically I guess Jonathan was first in the log. But thank you for the contact, my friend.
You're welcome, mate. And yeah, and if I don't speak to you before, we chat on the mega stream coming up in a couple of weeks, as I recall. Anyway, I'm going to go QRT and cheers, my friend. Take care and cheers.
Yeah, absolutely. Mega stream coming up on 23rd of September, I believe. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. That should be a really good laugh. So, thanks a lot, my friend. 7-3, and catch you down the log on the mega stream if not before. M0GQC QRZ.
2 Echo 1 Hotel Echo Lima.
Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Evening, John. I wasn't looking at the S meter. I'll give you a report on the next over.
Yes, well you're booming down here, you're 10 over the 9 as per usual there, so yes, of course, I saw you on the live stream there, so I got a call in, so speak of the devil, it's sort of in my call sign, isn't it, with the Hotel Echo Lima, but there we go, anyway, so anyway, very good to catch you on the air again there, James. M0GQC from 2E1HEL.
Yeah, evening, John. Well, I saw you in the live chat, so I thought you might call in sooner or later. Yeah, tonight was slightly unplanned, to be honest. I had this idea. I wanted to see if I'd still get the same number of contacts or nearly as many contacts if I just went on there unannounced without live streaming. And like an idiot, I heard Jonathan M0JSX on the air, so I called in to have a quick chat, and lo and behold, he was live streaming. So nothing like announcing that you're on air and blowing your plans. Go ahead.
Well, yes, but it's all good fun. It's all good fun. I mean, I very rarely sort of go on a frequency and start calling to queue. I'm more of a sort of a pouncer, if you see what I mean. So. I find it very difficult to sort of hold a conversation for too long and deal with people calling in at me. So yes. But I quite enjoy sort of seeing you live streamers jump up and get the community involved, and I think that's a very, very good thing there. So yes, I always like to pop in and say hello when I can there, and yes, I very much enjoyed your presentation. Well, you saw my comment anyway, but I very much enjoyed your presentation about your exploits at the old oyster packing shed there, and sounded like it was a lot of fun there, James. M0GQC 2E1HEL.
Yeah, I'm the same, to be honest. I mean, I call CQ when I go out and do SOTA and for live streams, but the live streams are all good fun. I generally tend to keep conversations short. I tend to dry up fairly quickly, so I like the kind of quick fire one after the other, so that's generally how I tend to work. It's I know it's not for everybody, and yeah, the packing shed, that was awesome fun. We had a whale of a time there, so looking forward to going back there hopefully next year. And I think next year I want to try and get a couple more people in it, and we'll probably get a linear amp over there as well and go for it properly and run the generators. This time round was kind of a bit of a wreckage to see what the logistics would be, to see what was involved in making it happen. Go ahead.
Well, yes, it was very interesting. I mean, I didn't even know that was a thing. Do you mean it's you brought attention to a lovely piece of history in our country there, and albeit a very localised sort of history, but it's something we wouldn't have known about, and well, I certainly wouldn't have known about until your adventure there, if you see what I mean. So yeah, again, it's a good thing, I think, if you're, if people like yourself are, going out to these places and activating various places around the country there, it draws attention to it, and we all learn something. So yes, I went on their website and had a look through about the history and a few bits and pieces. So yes, it was a little bit of education there. So that was very, very good on your part there, James. Over.
Yeah, well, that's it. It was kind of mutually beneficial, really. I mean, we went out and we had a whale of a time, had a bit of fun there. Worked a bit of DX into the States. Didn't quite manage to get Australia, unfortunately. Heard a few Australians calling in, but when I tried to go back, they all had pile-ups, and I just wasn't quite cutting through the pile-up, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's charitable organisation who look after it and maintain it and keep it standing, as it were, and they're run from donations, and if we can draw a little bit of attention to it, they hire it out to raise funds, so if we can promote it a little bit and draw a little bit of attention to it, and realistically, we're only, let's be honest, I'm only a small channel, but if it gets them a little bit of publicity, and obviously we paid them to hire the island as well, it's mutually beneficial at the end of the day. Go ahead.
Yes, like you say, what goes around comes around, and like I say, even though you're a sort of small channel, like you say, I mean, you've still got quite a bit of a following going, and I mean, certainly for me, like I said earlier, I didn't even realise it was a place. I mean, there's probably lots of little places all around the UK we don't know about until somebody sort of brings it to our attention. So it's yes, it's very, very good indeed, and also if you give it a good go next year, then you'll probably become a bit more equipped. You've obviously learned from the experience you've had there. And I mean, you did quite well. There was a couple of technical issues here and there, wasn't there, in the beginning? But you've obviously learned from that. And obviously, if you want to go back, then you're obviously better prepared and you know what to expect. So yeah, I certainly look forward to your, if you do actually manage to get there next year, there, over.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to be honest, John, a lot of the technical issues were, shall we say, self-induced. I mean, the thing is, when I live stream from home, I have everything set up, ready to go, so all I have to really do is turn it on. When we live stream from there, I was on using my laptop as opposed to the desktop for obvious reasons, so different computer to what I normally use, and slightly different setup, and I only had about an hour and a half power in the laptop battery. Well, so we found out. I didn't know how long the laptop would last, because obviously you're using a lot of computer power when live streaming, so I didn't want to fire everything up until literally just before we went live, so I sort of fired everything up and forgot to plug the microphone into the laptop, which that was probably the biggest boo-boo, to be honest. And then at the end, well, we found out exactly how long the laptop lasts on the single battery. I think we just about got away with it, though. We just about got to the end before the laptop died. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's one of those sort of things that you don't really know until you sort of go out in the field and give it a go. I mean,
trying different colours for the lighting, Chris.
I'm very much a forget sort of person these days. But,
Evening, Duncan.
Years ago, I'd sort of go sort of mobile, and locally we've got some quite nice places. Because we're here in Weymouth. I mean, just to the south of us, you've got the island of Portland. So going back on the Portland Heights is quite a nice little sort of portable location, because you're up very, very high, and of course obviously the island's surrounded by salt water, and there's Hardy's Monument to the north of us there, which is still fairly close to the water, but it's quite high up and things. But yeah, so there's not many a time, but there's been a couple of occasions where you sort of drive all the way up there and you go to set up and you plug the radio and you realise, oh, I've left the microphone at home. they think, oh well, I just got to go home now because obviously you can't really start calling security. You can't do
it's easy
much
done.
you know, you can listen, but you can't start calling around the microphone there. So yes, so it's so even like I've experienced myself when I've gone out to a little portable location years ago, and I've forgotten like a bit of what, you know, that one bit of coax or something, or the microphone or so, and you think, oh well, that was a waste of time. I've got to go back home again. So at least it wasn't as bad as that, you know. So but yeah, I think you did very well. The good group of you there, and like I say, yes, yeah, very much look forward to watching you do it all again next year if you do manage it there, James. Over.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I've made my fair share of mistakes. I think there's still a video on my channel where I went up to do a 2 meter FM activation on, I think it was on Shining Tour actually. It was quite a while ago. And I bought the antenna, I bought the mast, I bought the radio, and forgot the coax cable. So I think I managed to butcher together something for HF on the other radio. I had the HF radio as a backup, so I think I managed to bodge something there. But yeah, I think that's still on my channel. I said before I went, I wanted to make a real go of this, wanted to do something a little bit different. So we kind of went all out on the drone footage, you know, the epic beginning with the voiceover sort of thing. You know, I went all in on that. But what that now means is when we go back next time, I've got to find a way of topping that. I've got to find a way of outdoing myself, or find another location. I mean, we definitely want to go back to that one, but maybe find another location as well and do another similar sort of thing. But I think I've set the bar reasonably high to outdo myself. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't really feel you need to outdo yourself every single, you know, do you see what I mean? Because, I mean, sometimes it's impossible, isn't it? I mean, obviously, you could go out to a location, the conditions...
Yeah, Chris, it makes a nice change sometimes.
You know, but on another date, you could go to exactly the same conditions, the same location, the conditions couldn't be so great, and you know, from a sort of, I know, distance point of view, whatever, you might not be able to work so many stations or elaborate ones or whatever, but it's just one of those things with this hobby, isn't it? It's very much sort of luck of the draw, but I mean, it's, but yeah, I mean, if you can pop out there again, or, you know, if there's other locations that are sort of, either historic or have got some significant, sort of value, either historically or from an interest point of view, and you can go out there and draw attention to it and work some stations and things. I think, I mean, if you can make, you know, some QSOs from where you're there and bring attention to it, I think that's all positive. I mean, it's, I suppose it depends on what you're expecting back from the radio. Are you expecting, you know, a large frequency of people calling in, or are you looking for that, you know, greater and greater distance? I mean, that's all personal preference, I guess. But again, yeah, I mean, if you're drawing attention to it and bringing people, you know, on YouTube and on the radio, sort of, you know, bringing the community all together, I mean, it's all very good. I don't really think you need to keep outdoing yourself. I know from a, you know, personal point of view, you might think, well, I've done this, but I've got to sort of prove on that. But I think, yeah, as long as you're, you know, bringing people together and everything else, it's all good. I don't think it really matters so much other than that there, James. Over.
Yeah, well, that's a fair point. I mean, I think we did pretty well there. Actually, the live stream was good. We got a lot of contacts in there, and we what I didn't realise, because I didn't do my research before I went, was that it's also a worldwide flora, fauna, and a POTA as well. So we subsequently did the second live stream the following morning, which wasn't really planned, but thankfully that happened because I used the backup system. So I had the primary system for live streaming, which was the laptop, and I've got a little portable unit I take out for live streaming from SOTA summits as well. So I had that with me, and it was because I had that, I thought, well, let's have a go, see if we can do a worldwide flora, fauna, and POTA from here. And I looked it up, and it transpired that that location had only been activated twice in the past. I think the first time was in 2016, and the second time was well over a year ago. I think it was about March 2022, something like that. So it turned out it was a bit of a rare worldwide flora fauna reference, so it actually worked out really well for us. Go ahead.
Well, yes. But obviously now that you know that, then next time sort of going in, you can sort of, you can go in with that knowledge and obviously start calling and giving that reference there. So, yes, I mean, it's a sort of thing that probably happens all the time, that people go up somewhere and, maybe they're going portable or whatever it is, and maybe they don't realise that there's more sort of, I don't know, radio significance for the location they're in, shall we say? And but again, that's all part of the learning process, I guess. And I suppose next time, if you do go to another sort of special location in the UK, then maybe you'll know, or just double check whether that's something, fauna wise or whatever. I mean, it's it's all a learning curve, and yes. I think it's I think it's very good that you've been able to draw attention to it and everything else there. So there we go. Anyway, I'll put it back to you for a bit of a final there, because we've been watching your live streaming there, and there's probably lots of people who are sort of waiting on the sidelines and want to talk to you there, James. Over.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we kind of reckoned on having one pile up when we did the evening live stream, but I didn't bank on the pile up the following morning. And like I say, as soon as I found out it was worldwide flora fauna, I thought we can have a little bit of fun with this, especially when I kind of failed to get through to Australia. I thought, well, we might as well make this worthwhile. And to be brutally honest, the pile up was somewhat more extravagant than I thought. We had poor old Kevin was sweeping up behind me. I think they wanted to get away, and I was stuck there with a massive pile up. We had I think it was 70 contacts we had in the morning. That's on top of the people we'd worked the night before. So it was quite impressive. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, I can imagine it's been quite a good one there for you. Okay, anyway. So anyway, like you say, I'll crack on and let you work some more stations. So it's good to have a bit of a longer QSO with you than our usual sort of. Here I am, here you am, here's my Strickle Strength, there's your Strickle Tanks, and all the rest of it. So it's good to actually have a bit of a QSO with you there, James. And yes. I'll say 73s, and let somebody else have a bit of a chance to have a little bit of a conversation with you. So I'll put it back to you if there's anything else you want to say. And otherwise, yes, 73s, M0, GQC from 2 Echo 1, Hotel Echo Lima.
Yeah, thanks a lot, John. Well, to be honest, I do a lot of, hello, this is your report, goodbye sort of thing. So, yeah, it's nice to get a slightly longer QSO in sometimes. So, there we go. Okay, thanks for calling in, John. Good to, like I say, good to have a slightly longer chat and catch you further down the log from M0GQC. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Yeah, 73s and all the best.
QRZ, M0GQC.
Mike 0 Tango Papa Tango.
Mike 0 Tango Papa Tango. Evening, Dave.
Evening, James. How are you? I hope you're well and bearing up under the pressure of being a bit on the shackle. I saw on Jonathan's stream you were saying. But yeah, it's great to hear you, mate. You're an easy 5 and 9, and as Stuart always tells me to say, City of St Albans, over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, well, obviously you saw what happened on Jonathan's live stream. It kind of backfired on me a little bit. That was kind of my own fault, really. I should have known if I heard his call sign on there. I know he live streams regularly, but the plan was I wanted to see. How, I had a debate with someone a while back that basically by live streaming, what you're effectively doing is spotting yourself. So I wanted to see how many contacts I'd get if I didn't announce to anybody that I was going live. Then of course I heard Jonathan. I thought, I'll have a quick chat, and then I realised as soon as I called him that he was live streaming. I thought, I think I kind of messed that one up. Go ahead.
Indeed, you pre-announced it. I think ham radio is becoming like that, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I mean, it's like I knew you were here before I got the message about the live stream and saw it because I used Station Master and I saw John was on there, 2E1HEL on 7096, and I could see that he was TXing, obviously, through Station Master. As you know, you can see when somebody's TXing, and therefore I knew somebody was there, so I went and had a listen, saw you were on there, and then just popped you up on the live stream. And yeah, good opportunity to hear some of your audio back. But yeah, it would be interesting, wouldn't it, if you went out there cold and just put a few calls out. But I think tonight, with the condition of 40 metres, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant tonight. There's a group of guys all over the place, running little nets and whatnot. So yeah, just having a nice little bit of fun, a bit of shortwave listening, and obviously calling into you and Jonathan, over.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. That's kind of how it's becoming, isn't it? Everyone knows you're on air as soon as it pops up with these internet logging programs all connected to each other, and yeah, I think you're right. I think that's the way it's going. What would be interesting to do, actually, I mean, I know what we said about going out cold, but even so, my call sign still gets recognised on air now. So I think I was thinking about getting a club call sign for us. Have like a YouTubers club and get a club call sign. So I think what would be interesting to do is. If and when we get that call sign, just go out cold with that without telling anyone we've got it. So it's a new call sign on air, and nothing on QRZ or anything like that. Just put a few calls out and see what comes back. I think that might be a better experiment. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we use our club call sign every now and then, the GAAMT, which is kind of cool. But because we're an internet-based club, a few of the other guys, I know Stuart's used it before. He's gone out portable and used it, and that works really, really well. But it is funny, because the one thing that I didn't realise, I've only been licensed for like 5 years. The one thing I didn't realise is how small the community is worldwide. Because you hear these other stations and whatnot, and you get to know them, even if you are just 5 and 9 in them. Some others, they like a little bit of a QSO, but you do get to know these stations, and I actually kind of like that. I like that I know the person that I'm calling into. I think the only challenge is especially with YouTube and whatnot, is sometimes people can be too familiar, if that makes sense, ever.
To some degree, yeah, but then at the same time, I quite like that in some ways. It makes it a bit more relaxed. I mean, to be honest, I'm quite happy to talk to most people, and when I went to the Hamfest, I think I even put a short out saying, if you see me there, come up, have a chat, and plenty of people did. I think there were about 15, 20 people came up to me at the Hamfest and had a chat, bearing in mind I was a much smaller channel then. I think I was only on about 1,200 subs at the time, so we were on I think I'm on nearly 1850, 1860 I think I'm on now, so it probably get even more recognised there, but I don't mind that. It's nice to meet people, especially when you're live on YouTube. You see all the all the usernames and call signs come up, and but it's nice to actually see people face to face and put a face with the call sign. Go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. No, it is good. It is good. Don't get me wrong. It's fantastic to see somebody operate as well as hear them and work them yourself, which is fantastic. But everything that all of the YouTubers, big, small, indifferent, do, activity breeds activity, and it brings people into the hobby. I think John commented on that earlier on, especially when you guys do like the activation like you did the other day. It's just superb for the hobby, and it's a good front end, good face of the hobby as well. So yeah, happy days, mate. But I won't log it, otherwise we'll go on for ages. Wish you all the best. Cool down, mate, and I'll catch you soon on your next live stream, or when you're hiding somewhere on a frequency. So you take care, and I'll catch you soon. Mike Zero, Golf Quebec, Charlie, Mike Zero TPT. All the best, James.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dave. Well, it's slightly different feel to tonight's live stream, I think. We're going at a slightly more relaxed pace. I don't think there's quite so many people around tonight. I don't think the band's quite so busy, so we're taking it at a slightly more chilled pace. And as we said earlier, I've called this. I've said in the title this live stream was a mistake because of that contact and experiment with Jonathan. So I think, as Chris said in the live chat, it's nice just to have slightly longer QSOs with the followers and subscribers every so often. So I'm doing a bit more of I think I'm going for a slightly more relaxed pace and less of a hello 5-9 goodbye sort of thing tonight. Go ahead.
Yeah, and that's the way, isn't it? And that's the way. I love it. Absolutely love it. And have a great evening, buddy. And we'll catch you very soon. 73, mate.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Dave. Catch you on the hopefully catch you on the mega stream in a couple of weeks' time. If not before, I might do something before that. We'll see how we go. I've got a couple of things in mind I want to try doing, but it depends on work and family and everything else. Thanks a lot for the contact, my friend. 7-3.
Yeah, catch you then, buddy. Yeah, I won that last time. Oh, you never know. See ya.
Yeah, all the best. M0 GQCQRZ. Oh, is there rugby on tonight, Andy? They're all watching rugby, are they? CQ, 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 CQ. This is Mike 0, Golf Quebec Charlie. M0 GQC calling CQ. Standing by for any calls. Oh, there was a Mike 0 something Echo Echo again. Roger, Roger, got you. You're a little bit quiet on me, but you are there, Martin. Name this way is James Juliet Alpha Mike Echo Sierra. I think this is the first time we've worked, isn't it? About a 5.7, only just above my noise level. Go ahead. Oh, it's finished, is it, Tim? Okay, well, the location for me, got you in Barnsley. The location for me is Swindon, northern part of Wiltshire. So, not a bad hop there. And I don't know if you're watching the live stream, but we are on the live stream on YouTube as well at the moment on Amateur Radio UK is the channel. Amateur Radio UK. Back to you. Okay, well, it's working all right for you. I'm running a Flex 6600. That's only putting out 10 watts, but I've got a linear on that, so it's RM Italy BLA 350 amplifier. So by the time it's been through that, I'm probably putting out somewhere in the region of 300 watts. It's by the time it gets the antenna, about 250, 275, something like that. And running an end-fed half wave here. It's about roughly 4.5 meters above the ground is the setup here. Go ahead. Oh, I was kind of struggling a little bit with you. I didn't get the full over on there. It was something about. Did you say there was a solar storm, or did I completely mishear you? Go ahead. Oh, yeah, my dodgy hearing. Yeah, Roger. It has actually been quite warm today. I'm lucky. I've got air conditioning here, so I've got the aircon running at the moment. But it's only a really small unit, so it struggles to keep up sometimes. And by the time I get the radio going and the linear amp and bearing in mind for the live stream on YouTube as well, I've got quite a bit of fairly heavy duty computer processing going on as well. I've got 3 monitor screens and fairly substantial base unit. It all puts out heat, so as soon as I get the live stream going, it does heat up in here quite quickly. Starting to sweat a little bit. Go ahead. Yeah, your audio is absolutely fine. Like I say, you're a little bit quiet with me. You're not far above my noise level. I've got about an S6 noise level, and you're coming in about an S7. So not the strongest of signals, but the audio is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with the audio. Go ahead. Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much for the contact, and thank you for calling in. Good to work you for the first time. 7-3s, my friend. QRZ M0 GQT. Oscar November. I think that was Oscar November 8 Papa Hotel.
Oscar November 8 Papa Hotel. Papa Honolulu.
Yeah, got you. Oscar November 8 Papa Hotel. Got you a 5-9, over.
Okay, Roger, Roger. Good evening, main number 5. Papa Tango. And I see you on the live stream on our YouTube. Okay, the flight line is 59,000 and the location is Mike Alpha Sierra Echo India Kilo. It's about 100 kilometers off the capital of Brussels. Okay, Mike back to you. Mike 0, Golf Queen Charlie, Oscar November 8 Papa Hotel.
Okay, yeah, well, thank you very much for the 5-9. I'm actually going to give you 5-9 plus 10. I just looked at the meter, and you're giving me a 5-9 plus 10. I would say maybe, if I was being picky, your audio's possibly a little bit overdriven. Maybe it's distorting very slightly, so I don't know if you've perhaps got the gain a little bit hot on the mic, but you are giving me a 5-9 plus 10, so your signal's getting through beautifully tonight there, Pat. Go ahead.
Okay, Mike 0, Golf Queen Charlie, Oscar November 8 Papa Hotel. Okay, thanks for the information. Okay, working conditions, Yankee Fox Tango, Delta X-ray 10, output 100 watts, anti-antenna, way to the dipole, about 15 meters above the ground. Okay, thanks for the short contact, and to good work on 40, and to come to this. Mike 0, Golf Queen Charlie, Oscar November 8 Papa Hotel. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much, Pat. Nice radio, those FTDX10s. I got one myself. It was what I was using before I went over to the Flex, so absolutely lovely radio. Thank you for the contact there, 7-3.
Okay, come to please, bye-bye.
QRZ M0 GQC. Delta Kilo 5 Papa Zulu, I think that was. Go ahead.
Okay, Delta Kilowatt 5 Papa Zulu. Delta Kilowatt 5 Papa Zulu. Especially when here in German. You reported 5 by 8, 5 by 8. And the handle is gone. Delta Oscar November. Delta Oscar November. Located here in about 14 kilometers east of the border of Luxembourg in southwestern part of Germany. Mike return to Mike 0.
Okay, Don. Well, the name this way is James, Juliet Alpha Mike X Sierra, and I'll give you a 5-8 also, 5-8 both ways. I'm located in the town of Swindon, which is roughly about 120, 130 kilometres west of the capital city of London. So that's my location. Running a Flex 6600 into a BLA 350 amplifier from RM Italy. about 275 watts into the antenna, which is end fed halfway, about 4.5 meters above the ground. So that's my setup here, and I also run a YouTube channel as well. So we are live streaming on YouTube at the moment. If you want to hear your audio, the channel is Amateur Radio UK. Amateur Radio UK. Back to you from M0 GQC. Yeah, call sign is Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie. Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie is the call sign, Roger.
Okay, that's correct. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Golf Quebec Charlie. This is Delta Kilowatt 5 Papa Zulu right back. Very good evening to you. James in Swindon. Thank you very much. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. Not so strong here. 5 by 8 about. It's clear and I have no problem here. I'm a special station here from the first German championship of the mountain bike, special event, a mountain bike,
Okay.
the gravel mountain bike here, the first champion there. And that is located here in this area, in the Vulkaneifel area. That is the Vulkanbike Eifel Marathon here on this weekend. We have a special news for this weekend and previous event also. The conditions here, we are out operated here with a power 80 watts, and the antenna is only the dipole for 40 meters. It's correct. I hope you had your lead. Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie Delta Kilowatt 5 Papa Zulu.
Okay, Don. Well, thank you very much for calling in, and hopefully you make many more contacts with that special event call sign. You're doing okay with your dipole there, so putting out a good signal, and I'm sure hopefully there'll be plenty more people wanting to contact you, and look forward to the QSL card. Thank you very much for calling in, my friend. I wish you 7-3s. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the special event call sign, and hope to catch you further down the log. From M0 GQC, back to you for your final.
Okay, fine. Business. Thank you very much for this short contact. Have a nice weekend, and I hope to meet you again very soon. QSL card is 100% copy. 7-3 to you. Have a nice weekend. Delta Kilowatt 5 Papa Zulu Science Clear.
Very nice. Thank you very much, my friend. 7-3 M0 GQC calling QRZ. CQ, Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie, M0 GQC calling CQ, standing by for any calls. It's all gone very quiet all of a sudden. CQ from Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie, M0 GQC calling CQ, standing by for any calls.
Lima Bravo 7, Victor Juliet.
Lima Bravo 7, Victor Juliet, I think that was. I wasn't looking at the S meter. I'll give you a report on the next over. Go ahead.
Roger. I didn't get to your complete call sign there. Was Mike 0 Golf over?
Yeah, Roger. Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie, Germany Queen Charlie, and you're giving me about a 5 and 8, about 5-8, but very good audio. Go ahead.
Roger. Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie. You're a 5 and 5 with good modulation here in this Celtic Norway. Over.
Roger, thank you for the 5-5. Yeah, just using a Flex 6600. Flex 6600 is the radio, and about just short of 300 watts into an end-fed half wave at about 4.5 meters above the ground. Go ahead.
Roger, I actually see that you're a 5 and 9, so you can cross out the the 5.5 time there. It's 59. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Just updated that. Thank you for the 5.9, and yeah, you're like I say, your audio is very good. You're giving me a 5.8, 5.8. You're not quite scraping the 9, but still a very good signal. And well, I don't know if you're watching on the live stream, but we are on the live stream on YouTube at the moment. And if you want to watch the live stream back, you'll be able to hear what I'm hearing. You'll be able to hear your audio on Amateur Radio UK is the channel. Amateur Radio UK, go ahead.
Roger, that sounds nice. I'll definitely check it out. I'm using an Icon 7300 and I'm running 100 watts. The name is Owen, by the way, over.
Okay, yeah, well, you're doing well with that 100 watts, and yeah, name this way is James, Juliet, Alpha Mike X Sierra, and located in towards the southern part of England, the southern part of the country is the location here in a town called Swindon, which is well, around about 120, 130 kilometres west of the capital city of London. Go ahead.
Roger, my QTH is 1 hour southeast of Oslo. It's a small town called Råde. Romeo Alpha Echo. So you probably not find it on the map there, but it's 1 hour south of Oslo. So yeah, well, thank you for the Q show, and wish you good luck with your live stream, and a good night there. So 73s, and I'll give it back to you for your final. Mike 0 Golf, Quebec Charlie, Lima Bravo 7, Victor Juliet, 73.
Yeah, thank you very much, my friend. Nice to work you. I believe it's the first time we worked, so thank you very much for the contact. And yeah, I think the band's going long now. I don't think I'm getting much into G. It's I think the band's going long. So thank you for the contact, and best 7.3s from M0GQC. All the best, my friend. QRZ, this is Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie. Yeah, we're 10:30, so I need to dash off in a minute, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. Just put out 1 or 2 last calls. CQ from Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie. M0GQC calling CQ, standing by for any calls. Okay, final call. This is Mike 0 Golf Quebec Charlie, M0GQC. Last call, then going QRT. Any more for any more? Absolute stunned silence. I think we'll call it a day there. I think. Hang on, let me just switch over onto that so you haven't got the radio noise. So there we go. I mean, those of you just joined us, if you're wondering why I've called this stream a mistake, the plan was I wanted to see how much difference there was between live streaming with the number of contacts you got and just going out calling CQ and not announcing your presence. So that was my plan for tonight. First call sign I heard on air was Jonathan, M0JSX. I called into him and then realised he was live streaming, so I basically announced I was on air, so I gave up on that plan in the end. Anyway, quick look through I think I've seen all the comments. Chris said he really likes this purple lighting behind me. I'm kind of experimenting with some different coloured lighting. This wall looks a bit kind of plain, so I'm just trying to colour it up a bit. The blue I used the other day, I used a combination of blue and green. That worked quite well, although I managed to colour match my t-shirt with it, which whoops. But yeah, this purple does look nice, but the problem with it is I don't think the camera likes it, because I've got a bright shade of yellow, so I don't think it's the best colour unless I can do something about the white balance in the camera. I haven't figured that one out yet. So anyway, just a quick live stream tonight. Just a quick, well, I say quick. I was only going to do sort of 20 minutes, half hour. We've done almost 50 minutes. So anyway, there we go. I've got to dash off. Got a few bits and pieces on. So thank you for watching. Thanks for those of you that called in. Nice to have a slightly longer chat tonight. It was, or what's that? I need to add something to texture that wall behind you. Yeah, I need to have a think on that. I thought about just putting a couple of photos up or something from the SOTA, or maybe a couple of SOTA certificates, or I don't know, just something. But then I'm not sure how well that would work with all the with the coloured lights. So yeah, something I need to have a think about. Anyway, I'll call it quits there. Thank you very much, guys. Good to see the familiar faces in the live chat. Have a great evening, great weekend. Catch you further down the log. 7-3, guys. Good night.